Welcome to another video exploring the beautiful Yucatan Peninsula. We are Daniel and Diana, Canadian travel content creators exploring the world to inspire you to travel. We are revisiting a destination that sparked a lot of debate amongst travelers, Tulum.
Tulum is one of our least favorite places we visited so far in Mexico. Last time we were not impressed by the over-commercialization, the really high prices, and we felt it was lacking that authentic charm of Mexico.
We've decided to come back and see if Tulum can redeem itself. Last time we stayed in the hotel zone. This time around we are here in the center of Tulum.
We'll be following recommendations from a friend who has been living here for the last few years. We'll be showing you a beautiful cenote, the north beaches of Tulum, as well as showing you around the Tulum Centro. And at the end of the video, we'll be sharing our opinion whether or not it's still worth visiting Tulum. So let's start exploring.
Our first stop is Cenote Corazon Del Paraiso, and it's just a 15-minute car ride from El Centro of Tulum.
And it is so beautiful and incredible that we're here during peak season. It opens at 9 a.m. and we are here at 10 a.m. and we see only 2 other people, which is incredible.
Yeah, it is. There's a couple of other cenotes that are a little bit closer, so that's usually where most people are going because they're more conveniently reachable with bikes. But here it's actually quite a bit of drive, and like, whew, in that heat, you really don't want to bike here.
Yeah, this is where it's definitely beneficial to have your own car. You're more flexible.
Exactly.
The water looks so clear. I cannot wait to take a dip. This is amazing.
Yeah, I literally saw a few fish already jumping around while we're talking here. So cool. So this cenote has really great amenities. There are tons of picnic tables where you can actually bring your own food, your own drinks, and relax a little bit. There are showers, there are bathrooms. There's even a platform over there that you can jump off, which is really, really cool. I'm going to try that a little bit later. And if you cannot swim, if you don't feel comfortable swimming here, there are even life jackets that you can use as well. Unlike other cenotes where you actually have to wear life jackets, you don't need to. You can snorkel. Like we said before, there are a lot of fish apparently in here, but please do not use fins. It's so clear. I can still believe it. I cannot believe it. It's so cool. Let's jump into that water.
So a few hours later, there are more people, but it still does not feel crowded.
Not at all. There are so many picnic tables and chairs around here. It really spreads out well, and you can spend the entire day here. Absolutely. Bring your own food, relax. We just relaxed for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it's really nice. The water is like the perfect temperature. I absolutely love it. It is awesome. We highly recommend it. But we did not bring our food, so we are hungry. So the plan is to go back to Tulum Centro before we get hangry.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see you there. So we have made it back to Tulum Center. It's just a really, really short ride, and we actually just dropped off the car as well, which is really convenient if you have your accommodation here in the center. And I think someone is hungry.
I am very hungry.
Okay, so we are going to make our way now to a little cute restaurant and explore the side streets of the center of Tulum. Now that we're all fueled up here, we can explore a little bit more. The lunch was pretty good. We had stuffed poblano pepper with some vegetables and quinoa, and the second dish was a sweet potato hummus.
In retrospect, maybe that was not the best decision.
Probably not. Probably not. The texture threw us off a little bit, but overall experience was pretty good. Yeah, pretty good restaurant.
There are tons of restaurants and coffee shops and stores in Tulum Centro, and it is much more affordable than the hotel zone where we were at last time.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's also a little bit more quiet during the day because most people are at cenotes or the beaches. And we actually gonna check out the North Beach tomorrow, which is a beach that is apparently not as visited as other beaches. So we'll see you there tomorrow. Good morning from Paraiso Beach here on the North Beach in Tulum, and it's a windy one.
It is very windy.
It's beautiful though. The sun is peeking out. The sand is really powdery. We were just a little bit surprised by the amount of seaweed, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were here a couple days ago and there wasn't as much. I think it is because of the wind that it's bringing in some of it, but it is supposed to be a season where there's no seaweed, so it is a little bit disappointing that there is some, but we'll see how the day goes. And
yeah, usually they're cleaning it up, at least in the hotel zone. That's what we experienced when we were here in the off season last time. So maybe they're just waiting a little bit and cleaning up a little bit. Still a little bit earlier. There's not that many people here. We'll see how the day goes.
Yeah. So it is recommended to us to check out the north side because you can bring your own towels and it's much easier to kind of set up shop here than the south side where there's hotel after hotel after hotel, and to access the beach you're pretty much stopped and asked to consume, and the prices there are pretty crazy. The prices for restaurants on this area are much better.
Oh yeah.
That being said though, they just introduced actually like about a month ago I believe, an entrance fee now to the side of the north side beaches. I think it's supposed to be an ecological fee. It was 120 pesos for the both of us. It is per person, not by car. And parking is a little tricky. Like if you keep going, there are parking spots and you're kind of quoted 200 or 300 pesos per car. We did go to Paraiso restaurant where parking's free if you have a drink. There's no minimum consumption for that, so that's what we would recommend to do.
We have also heard that if you keep going all the way to the end of the beach where the ruins are, there is the opportunity to just park on the street. We haven't tried that, but if you do so and if it's possible, just comment down below and let everybody know if there is an opportunity for you to do as well. For now, we're just gonna enjoy a nice beach walk and then like set up shop a little bit. Hopefully it clears up and I can enjoy the sun.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's good. It is still so windy.
It got even windier throughout the day.
Look at you, you're like covered in sand. That's crazy.
Totally covered.
Our towels are almost like invisible and like covered with sand as well.
Yeah, it's camouflaging with the sand.
That is not really typical in this area, especially at that time around.
Yeah.
So we're very surprised about that.
Yeah, usually the water is very calm, but there's definitely a lot of waves. It's very windy today, but overall it's still been an enjoyable day at the beach. It's been a lot of fun. So, conclusion of the overall Tulum.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it still has redeemed itself a little bit. Our last experience, like being mainly in the hotel zone area, was not as enjoyable as it has been this time around.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it a lot more now. We definitely recommend to stay in Tulum Center if you're coming to Tulum. Overall though, I would say there's still a lot of other places we enjoy more in Mexico, and I don't really get the hype. I would say it's not worth the overall hype that Tulum gets, and we still would recommend some other places. Even on the Yucatan Peninsula, if you haven't seen our previous videos, we've been to Holbox and Valladolid and Bacalar, and we love those places.
Yes,
so,
absolutely. I mean, if you're doing a road trip through the peninsula, it's definitely worth visiting. What we just don't like too much is that you always have to pay an entrance fee to get to the beach.
Yeah.
Other areas in Mexico don't really have that.
Yeah.
I mean, like Balandra Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, zero entrance fee to the beach.
Yeah, maybe now there is, but even so, it's just, yeah, like much better experience elsewhere. In Mexico, you can get beautiful beaches, so many other parts of Mexico. And yeah, the whole over commercialization, unfortunately,
Yeah.
it just takes away from the experience a little bit. But we have enjoyed ourselves.
It was
here in
beautiful.
Tulum. It has redeemed itself a little bit. We hope you enjoyed exploring with us.
This was our last video of our Yucatan Peninsula road trip. We will see you again soon with more videos. A few summary videos about Mexico, a few about Vietnam. We spent there a lot of time as well. And yeah, with that, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our day. We're heading back to Toronto tomorrow, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.